All right, we're here today with Mr. Karl Holmes in London, the UK, with a company called Open Construct. Howdy, Karl. How you going, buddy?
Yeah, good mate. Good mate. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, my man. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your background, a bit about your company, type of projects you do, etc.?
Right. So, we've Open Construct. I started originally, from a groundworks background, and over time, I progressed into the building game, and it was a natural progression. Having worked in, I worked in Australia in 2008, and doing a lot of farm work for an Irish company in Sydney. And so between the groundworks, the farm work, having done some building projects for other guys over here, it was just a natural progression for me to start into the renovation side over here, because I just seen a niche with someone with a bit of vision, what you can do with a semi-detached homes around this area, so that's
100%.
kind of where.
And what area are you? So you're in Cambridge, right?
Yeah, so we're in Cambridgeshire, and like I said, it's a lot of neighbourhood where you've got a lot of semis detached, mostly semis, and you've got some detached, very few new builds, because land is like a premium around here because it's so close to London and you're so close to Cambridge itself. So yeah, and looking at some of the stuff on Facebook of how you were kind of describing what you've done, I felt like it was the perfect starting point for me, for the company. So it's been great, I have to say, it's been fantastic.
Awesome, my man. And I think one of the things is you changed your name of your business. Why did you do that? What was it before? What was the rationale?
Right. So the groundworks end of and the utility side was called NetHub Utilities. So it just didn't attach itself to the kind of vision that I had for the building game. So that was why you guys are like marketing superiors when it comes to that end of it. So I said,
Geniuses.
Geniuses, yeah, absolutely, yeah, geniuses. That's the word. So I said, you know what? I'm going to rebrand, get all the advice I can from you. So from the start, I'm not wasting any more time in a few years' time by saying, oh, I need to change the name. So got on board. Cameron hooked me up with a guy, and we went through everything, the name, from Google, or what will work best. Open Construct being like it's open and it can tie in the groundworks, it can tie in anything construction based.
Yeah.
It's not just the renos we do. We do resin bound driveways right to your contemporary garden builds. So it's it brings it all, flows together nicely.
Yeah, it's such a good name that encompasses all the kinds of work and target markets that you're after.
Yeah, and open planning being that buzzword in the UK at the minute,
Yeah, 100%, and it's growing elsewhere worldwide as well. So you've just completed your own project. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how you intend to use that for marketing going forward?
Yeah, so it was actually around the time when I started with you. I remember I had just knocked out the back of the house, and I remember doing the video calls. I had one room left, so I was doing these video calls in my bedroom, and I was trying to explain, I'm going to use this house as my showpiece to what Open Construct can do, and what you can do with a standard semi-detached house, that looks bog standard with a bit of vision. And just thinking outside the box, you can create beautiful open spaces, social living, and that was really what I've achieved. Since I launched Open Construct last week on Facebook. So what have we got in a week? We've reached over, I think, 3,500 people, and we've got, I think it's at 214 likes in a week.
Yep.
And I've just been on the road this week, literally people saying that's what I want on the back of my house, and that is exactly what the aim was, and it's working, and thanks to you guys, the branding, the whole marketing is really what has helped that,
So tell me a little bit more. How many inquiries have you had this week then?
This week I have had 15 inquiries.
Holy cow, dude, that's epic.
Yeah, it's been 15 inquiries, yeah. And today I've quoted, what have I quoted? I've quoted 10 so far, and we've had 6 agree on a price. You know, not all renovations, some nice big patios, you know, because at the minute everyone's sitting out in their garden locked down, so they want to have a nice garden. So that's been a lot of it, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, and as you need to a blend of work and a mix of work, and those bigger jobs obviously we'll be able to fill the workbooks from that with those forward orders going forward as we come out of this whole lockdown scenario.
Yeah, it's just at the minute it's just filling and keeping that name alive, you know. But also I forgot to say there's a big groundworks job that I was pricing in London, so I've got a start date on 15th of June for that, you know. And that's around a 300k job.
Awesome, man.
So
dude, that's killer. And what impact has, because you had your website redone through us as well?
Correct.
What were you looking to achieve? What's the impact been of that? Because these numbers are fantastic.
The website hasn't gone live yet. It's still in process at the minute. So I'm just using the social media, the Facebook at the minute, just to get that Google working with the name.
Sure.
So as it's, you know, when it's ready to launch, well then that'll be another thing. We're also working on the ebook we can start hitting people up with, so that should bring in some more leads as well.
Awesome. What have you got to do to complete the website and get that live? What can we do to help you get that over the line?
The first thing I had to do, I had to get my hair cut. So I needed to get I had to get this hair chop for that picture for the ebook. The info pack as well is something that's going to come along with it.
There's some killer info packs, like the ones that we've been reviewing just recently in the past couple of weeks. Been fantastic. Glenn Johnson, K2 Builders, if you have a look at that one. Brent Tamati in Sydney. They just look amazing. Game changers.
Right.
So check those out on the membership site. They're pretty killer.
Yeah. Like, just comparing to, you know, there's nobody going to the extent that you guys are going in the UK, you know, and that's another reason why I want to be different than what's here at the minute, you know, just having that professional edge, you know, that'll give the clients a lot more trust, you know, that you're not just a guy going around in a transit tipper with no sign writing, you know, that's just rocking up.
Because this is the biggest investment typically of people's lives. And they want to know 4 key things before they'll buy from you. Who are you? Who's your company? Can I trust you? And how specifically can you help me? So if you have a killer info pack that you send out in advance that people go, holy cow, you guys have got all the systems, all the credibility. You have a separate trust account that my money goes into. You have a comprehensive guarantee over the master builder's guarantee and over and above materials. You give us complete transparency on the job. You have a fixed price contract, and you actually don't sign off any variations before they go ahead, etc., etc. 90% of companies do that, but they don't display it in a way that gives the clients confidence on their website, in their information pack, and through their sales process that they can actually deliver on that. Because I can tell you we have a 287-point quality assurance checklist for all our jobs. But if I actually show you, here's the checklist, here's how it works, you're like, oh, okay, well, it's tangible, it must be real, I can trust these guys. And if they're that professional at the front end, then surely that's going to flow through the rest of the job.
It's funny, I'm just remembering back to the first conversation we had when we were doing the checklist, and I think I got 9 out of 100, and like my numbers weren't bad, you know. I was doing okay, and I'm like, you know what, if I've only got 9 out of 100, what am I going to be like when I get 50 out of 100 done? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm, slowly but surely, I'm trying to implement as much as we can. And now this house is done, like I said, I've got my headspace back, so the engine is now at full revs.
Yeah, so now's the perfect time to get this website completed, get that haircut, get the marketing into play. Who will you look to hire next on your journey towards your business maturity date? Will it be someone in the office? Will it be someone to help with pricing?
You see, I have a QS that I sub my work out to, and that's been a massive help. It's just something that I don't have to think about, Marty.
Awesome.
The next person that I hire, I think it will be an office girl. Someone that understands zero. Someone that understands the kind of vision of the company, where we're going. That's key.
Yeah, I've got some good people for you to talk to. So if you go through the membership site, we've got detailed what an office manager's role is, what their KPIs are, their default diary, what they should do Tuesday morning, 8 till 10 a.m., etc., etc. Plus, there's a couple of our members that I can hook you up with to have a chat with. A couple that spring to mind, Toby Tilsley, Rob Ferguson in Queenstown, Northland. Game changer for them, having an office manager to free up 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
And obviously we will line that up with your cash flow forecast to make sure it makes sense, and then have dialed in the tasks that you're going to do with that free 15 to 20 hours.
Yeah. Speaking on cash flow, cash flow is pretty tight at the minute. Hence, I've pumped a lot into my own project. So the unforeseen thing of COVID, it hasn't helped, but
yeah,
with what's coming, I know we're gonna, it won't take me long to get back up to where I was.
100%. And now is the time to get that marketing in place so that you hit the ground running and come out like a fireball out of the gates in 60 or 90 days time, when people, building activity, building consents is going to go back up significantly. How have you changed going through this process? How's your mindset changed, or you as a person and a leader in the business? I
suppose I'm a lot more focused, not worrying about information that I don't know, because I know a lot of it is in your archive. Anything that that I'm unsure of, I know I can go onto your membership site and it's there, Marty. So that's been a big one. Speaking to the guys, speaking to my foremen, how they should speak to the guys on the ground. It's all the communication really between the team has been a lot better. What else? I suppose mindset. My mindset is a lot better also. Confidence is better. This has given me confidence, self-belief.
100%, like clarity in what you're doing, what you should focus on, how it's going to improve your numbers, gives you that confidence. And then when you take those actions, you get some wins. It just builds that confidence, activity muscle. And before you know it, you're stacking those W's every day.
Yes, mate.
Exactly. And what's the number one thing that you've learned so far going through the program? Might be a tactic, might be something to do with financials or on-site or office systems, marketing, sales, pricing. You're talking about Ruben's spreadsheet earlier.
Yeah, so I think, like I said, I was going through Ruben's spreadsheet this evening. That's been a massive kind of eye-opener, of how, he breaks down everything from start to finish. And that's something that I'm not doing. So I suppose I try to keep a lot of stuff in my head, but when it's all on a screen in front of you, it's definitely the way forward. But my QS that I'm working with, he's going to get a copy of that, and we're going to try and, between me and him and the lead, the foreman, we're all going to get that a lot tighter.
Yeah, cool. It's virtually impossible to miss anything there, and you just version it for the nuances of your business and project.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think overall, Marty, you know, the experience with you guys really kind of, it's been worth the investment. You know, there's not a shadow of a doubt. You know, people go, oh, that's an event. Yeah, but you need to look at, it's not a short game that I'm playing, it's a long game. You know, so you can't look at this as it's only for this period of time. It's not. It's for, this is for, you know.
You get these wins, this knowledge for the rest of your business career and life. And if you like, a lot of our members, you're going to have your building company for a long time.
Yeah, and like, you know, you make good mates out of it as well. You know, whenever you come to the UK, you know, 100%. I'm gonna have to kick your ass for a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bring it on. Zone like Donkey Kong. Now, I met one of your mates a couple of weeks ago, and talking about doing where you want to take the business in the future, and looking at some developments, which is what a lot of our members do. Is they'll get the cash flow side built up in their existing construction business, and then they'll fund doing their own developments, speckies, etc. Tell us a bit about
so
another opportunity.
Where I'm living, it's prime location, and finding land to develop is non-existent, you know. And there was this patch of land just as you come in on my road on the left hand side. And since I bought the house, I always said, you know what, that is ideal for building on. I wonder, is that ever available? So Murphy's Law, right? I've been building my house, and this guy...
Murphy, he was an Irish guy, right? He used to live just around the corner from you.
Yeah. That's it, Marty. Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
So Curtis's dad bought that land back in the early 2000s, and sadly passed away, and he's now been left that land. Curtis works for a builder at the minute, and you know, to live out his dad's dream, he's wanted to develop that himself. So Curtis has been popping in with me, you know, kind of seeing what's going on here, and we've had some conversations. And
how big's the land, and what's it zoned for, and what can you put on there?
So there's planning for four detached houses to go on it, and I think 2 semis. I'm not 100% on the finer details, but if that is certainly the vision of where I see next year going, is that, you know, we work out on a partnership somehow, and we get the finance back, and away we go, you know.
Yeah, we've got heaps of members doing those, so when you're ready or you want to talk some more, we'll hook you up with some of the guys that are quite experienced doing those, and we've got agreements for how to structure investment partnerships going forward, etc.
Yeah, that'll be, you know, that will put a lot of people's faces around here going, trust me.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so what would you say to a building company owner who is either stuck, wants to accelerate their results, or is not getting paid what they should be from their business for the hard work that they're putting in?
You know, it's a no-brainer. You know, they just need to get in contact. You know, if it's from your Facebook advertisements, or, you know, that's really, you know, there's only one route to go, Marty, and they won't look back. You know.
Awesome, my man. I appreciate it, and I look forward to your success. I look forward to helping you accelerate on this journey. You're a top man, and can't wait till the website goes live. It's going to be a game changer for you, and anything we can do to help, my man, I'll be in touch, and let's get this info pack into play and help you accelerate up and construct.
Brilliant. Yeah, watch this space.
Yeah, damn straight, my man. All right, cheers, brother.
See you later, matey.